Good morning and happy Friday, everybody. I remembered what day of the week it was. Go me. All right. Now that we're at the end of the week, I remember what it is. All right, back to trying to get the other half of this room cleaned up. I left the deep cleaner out yesterday. Like I said, I washed all of the vacuum pieces. This one here, I don't know what is going on, but I cannot get it to go back together right. This little thing there, that should be sitting flat, and I can't get it to turn any further than that, and when you try to spin it, it's making noises. So, I don't know what is going on. Closer to the microphone, but yeah. Oh, that thumb is in so much pain. Put this guy on last night, it made my hand even worse. So, this is the hand that I messed up 20-some years ago. I figured like about 26 years ago when I worked at Broad Art. Slammed it into a concrete pillar with a book truck. And it's re-aggravated, so I'm still numb in here, but this is also the hand that I stabbed with a screwdriver last year in the Vision Center and lost feeling, if you remember correctly, in that finger and my thumb, and it's almost like the exact same thing has come back. Now, I just put muscle rub into it. I've been trying the Equate version of the BioFreeze. That has done nothing, so I also got our version of Icy Heat. Well, Walmart's version of Icy Heat. I don't work there anymore, so it's not ours. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to do anything. I'm trying to get it into my wrist pretty good, as well into that whole section. So, old injuries are kicking back. And walking down the stairs to try to check out the other vacuum to see if maybe I put the wrong brushes in it. My left knee that I heard at Broad Art as well popped. So, doing really well this morning, but good morning. We have another brisk one. I think it's 21 degrees outside. So yeah, it's another frigid sub-zero one for us. So need some warm up here because I'm not. I honestly think the weather has something to do with a little bit of this aggravation. But video is rendered. No, it's exported, I think. Yes, and I was watching, so I keep Shane Moston, I don't know. He doesn't really ever say his name, but he was going over the best iPhone camera apps and stuff, which in all honesty, he says the native app is what his primary use is. The idea of using an app to change your ISO and all your manual controls and stuff. He goes, you know, there's some instances where, you know, it may work for you, but from what he can tell, most of the time, it's very, very infrequent. When he was saying long exposures was, I forget what app it was, Forever Long or something. I'll have to look back, but, you know, again, these apps that cost money, and my comment on there was, what grinds my gears is these apps that want you to pay either monthly or annually $70 a year for the Leica app to get their stuff. It's asinine. $70 a year. So you can just, between accessories and all this and the apps and all this crap, you can just spend so much freaking money, and a lot of it will end up being wasted. Just for instance, when I bought my very first computer at a company called Sears, they're no longer in business, I went in and bought a compact Pisario. I forget what model it was now. I mean, you're talking 1997. You had to buy the tower, the monitor, the printer. I think the keyboard came with the tower, but you had to buy a monitor separate. It was $2,600 out the door. Then I went over to Circuit City, the one that I showed you guys a while back that's next to Sam's Club, and spent another, I think, $250 in games for it. I used one game in that. I used the NASCAR Racing 2. All the other games I bought, half of them wouldn't even load to the computer, saying that they, weren't compatible or whatnot. And once you open them, digital media, you can't return it. I mean, it was like, Solitaire and Tetris. It's just all these different games. It's a never-ending thing with life. Did I dent that one? Oh, yeah, I did drop that. Oh, that's not good. I got a couple dings. in that. Still works. I might need to charge them up. Anywho, all right, time to get to work. So, the concept today will be Get the vacuum back together. I think I already did. All I gotta do is just get everything off the floor, get the dog crates, the laundry basket. I'm trying to get laundry put away first. That way I can put dirty laundry in it. Got to get my curtains back up over here. She washed them because they were covered in cat hair. Get all this stuff pushed back that's not going to get put away, and then vacuum and deep clean this whole section, because basically I got up to where this ends because everything got pushed back, but just going to do this whole section with the deep cleaner, and then this room will be 100% with the exception of where this stands. I might pull my table out. I don't know. I really do kind of want to redo the Mac. So this is the stand I was talking about the other day. Oh, that hurts so bad to try to hold that. So Sogtech. But yeah, that holds the Mac. Funny thing is, because this is 16-inch, it actually fits in the iPad slot perfectly. The older version is so slim, but the M3 version I had to fit in the thicker one. That's how I knew, because I could block it with it. You know, this is crazy when you like shove everything back to one side of the room, how much bigger this thing feels. I kind of want to measure. I'm kind of almost thinking, I think the dog crates would actually come to right about this line here, and that's plenty, especially considering you won't have anything here. Because then I would quit stacking stuff on top of them. And for those of you that are not aware, this is my projector wall. Yes, I have a door and I have a closet. Doesn't really honestly affect it too much. I do need to get up there and try to fill in. I'm going to see if we have any stuff. I thought she got some things to fill in. Excuse me. So the other thing I actually did was, so I said about an Apple plug. I had one over in the other bedroom because she was charging her remote control for the Apple TV, and I put the JBL right there. So this should make it where I don't have to have it very loud, and I'll definitely be able to hear it even if the air conditioner is running. So when Terry's sleeping, I can watch a movie and be able to hear the dialect, and if music picks up, it won't be too loud. I'm going to try it out here, but with the windows open and all the light on in here right now, there's no point in turning it on and testing it. All right, we're getting somewhere. Everything's vacuumed. Hard to believe how much. It wasn't too bad, honestly. Like I said, the dog crates, they're sunk into the floor. You can see the marks from where they sit. But yeah, I think there to there would be from there to there, about, I'm thinking. That should give us enough room to still get into here, to get into the closet. And like I said, now granted, like I said, I don't really shoot out this window very much, but I can probably work around the dog crates maybe. I don't know, might be a pain in my butt, but just trying something different. I think I need to bring the couch this way a little bit and push my mattress up a little bit, because I think that's why the one corner there is sagging and my back is so sore this morning. So sore. I got down on my hands and knees to try to get something down from here, which I got to get the little crevice tool and get underneath this. This really does need moved, but anybody want to come clean it off for me? Because that is an absolute disaster. And I'm kind of thinking, if I do find even like a card table or something, this will end up going away. And what I'll do is put the card table here and set it up so that I have a filming area for doing reviews and stuff. I don't know what I'm going to do with all the wires and the menagerie, but hey, we got to figure that out. Alrighty, I figured I'd close things up for a minute and give this a try. And not to get copywritten, I put one of my videos on. Boy, that's an older logo. I think this is the first time Mike and I went to Letchworth. Of course, you know, I'm standing in the projector lane there, now I'm out. I'm over in the door there. But yeah, that is 163 inches. Just a tiny screen. Honestly, if you don't have a TV and you do have a blank wall, I personally highly recommend a projector because it's easier to transport and you can usually get them quite a bit cheaper than a TV. and you can set them up for different size walls pretty easy. The closer you go, the further away you go, the bigger it gets. The closer you go, the smaller it gets. And if I would have realized the Apple TV did Bluetooth, I would still have a sound bar. But yeah, I'm literally running the sound back here now. I thought about, I might actually be able to put it up top there. I don't know if my cord's long enough, because I'm actually using the cord that came with that thing. I always have it charging, because it's where it, you know, it's got a battery in it, but it's that way it stays connected. But yeah, almost feels like you're there. Boy, we've seen this thing at different times when it's clean and clear and brown as well. Alrighty, made a little bit of a change. It does fit to the top. So that was the one I got at Sam's Club. That thing uses a micro USB. But right now I have the volume down pretty good. And this was Bloomsburg Fairground before they closed it because some witch decided that it's too noisy, it's too dirty. This was a fun night. This is the night, I believe this is the one it rained us out. Let's see the back straightaway once. No, because we only did this track once. That's right, we did, yeah, because this is the night we got poured on and it destroyed the gimbal. Yeah, there's still some light because I got to get the curtains in the background back up here, but nonetheless, you don't have to have it super dark. Obviously, there is quite a bit of light coming in this room right now, and it is still quite visible. Of course, I'm standing in the way. A little shadow off something here. What the hell's a shadow off of? Oh, it is a shadow off the door. Obviously. But this is another reason the stand, I want it gone. It's actually hitting. So if I can get something lower profile here, it won't be in the way. Okay. Alrighty. Oh, that wasn't too bad. Since there wasn't anything embedded in the floor in this one, that went pretty quick. But the amount of fur I pulled out extra, especially along where the dog crates were. After I said it vacuumed up, wasn't too bad. But back in here, because everything just, this is not cleaned as often because there's so much stuff sitting here. Alright, so I'm going to attempt, step one is to get the crates on this wall. See if this works. I don't know. I got to pull my bed over probably about 6 to 8 inches though, and get the mattress pushed back over that way a little bit yet. But we'll see how the speaker works up there. I think that it's going to be a little bit better for me when I am laying down watching a movie or something. Because, like I said, that chair is basically the dog's. That is Priya's chair or Mateo's chair when I have them both. So, I think I'm going to put Priya's crate first, Mateo's crate second, since it's a little bit lower. It's crazy, though. It's actually heavier than her crate. Look at us getting outside. Boy, the battery is low on this thing. I thought it was full, but I guess not. But got the little man. We're action 5ing today, by the way. As if you probably couldn't tell already by the background blur. Just got done watching the highlight reel to the Notre Dame Penn State. Go Notre Dame. Yes. Any team against Penn State. I just never been a Penn State fan, even though I live in Pennsylvania. But Notre Dame is my favorite college team. I don't watch much. So, but the officiating seemed pretty one-sided to me. There was definitely a holding call on the one touchdown for Penn State that was not called. Pass interference call on the ball was nowhere near the guy that they called pass interference on, and it was intercepted, and they, took the ball away from Notre Dame. But they still managed to pull through and win the game. So, yay. Oh, there's the breeze. Currently 24 degrees, negative 3 degrees Celsius. It is, still sub-zero here for us. So, cold. But getting little man for a walk, then I'm gonna get Princess for a walk. Do you wanna go do something? Come on, you wanted to. You went to the door. You let me put your harness and your jacket on you, and then you stood there while I got ready. So this is one of the other pairs I got. So this does say wind stopper on the orange ones. I just felt like I could find these easier, especially at work. But I don't know if I want to wear these ones at work. They're a little bit different on the top. but they're supposed to stop the wind, and we'll see. The other ones are they're the same brand, but these don't say T Bagwell on them. I don't know. I mean, same concept with the zipper and everything, but this was the only size in this color. So, and I think it's like if you bought 2 pair, you got 60% off of them on the website. So, I got 4 pair. I got 2 pair of mediums, 2 pair of smalls. I think the smalls. And the only problem is when I went to put this one on, which is the hand I'm having the most problems with, I heard something kind of tear a little bit, but it might have just been stretching from the first time being put on. Thought I tried them on the other night though. I like the zipper though, because it tightens them up nice and easy. So, oh yes, it feels good to actually get outside for a minute and get some fresh air though. Yay, a pedal. See what the world looks like again now that my room's nice and clean. After I got done saying twice in the last 2 days that I don't sit in the recliner anymore, I watched the Notre Dame Penn State game highlights in the recliner. Obviously didn't recline it back, but I was like, yeah, well, I'm just going to drop myself here and watch this highlight reel. I kind of thought by the thumbnail that Notre Dame did win the game. That's the only reason I didn't turn it off, because it didn't look like they were going to at one point there. But yeah, it was looked like a hard-fought game, but I just still feel like the officials are one-sided. Of course, not seeing the whole game, just seeing the highlight reel. I could be wrong. It could have been even. I don't know, but there was definitely things that they called on one team and then other things they just completely didn't bother calling for Penn State. All right. Another piddle. Yay! He's like, I gotta mark my territory. I don't think we're gonna go down beyond. I think we're gonna come back up around the playground, let him sniff over there. Maybe he'll do a potty. The one thing I noticed the other day with this jacket is I definitely cannot have the microphone underneath the jacket anyway, so I actually have it on my undershirt, so I have the microphone out, so it's not against me. Because otherwise it was like the scraping of this jacket. It's very noisy. I noticed that, so try to keep that in mind when I wear this one. But this is, I think, slightly heavier and more windproof than my Under Armour. That Under Armour is really good, but this one seems, and it's a little bit longer, so it covers a little more ground on my body. What are you kicking everything for there, little man? He's like kicking all the leaves around. I'm like a mad little rooster right now. Of course, now that I'm filming him, he probably won't do it again, but it was hilarious. He's like sniffing, and then he just starts kicking the leaves around. Like, what is it? What is the point of that? Well, at least he wants to be out here today. The wind's not blowing right now, so I think that's one of the things he really doesn't like is the wind. It scares him, and I think, of course, when it's this cold, it really chills him. There he goes. Now he's kicking snow. What are you doing? You silly. You silly little pupper. A couple more months, we'll be sitting there watching the leaves all come back. Won't be too much longer. I can't believe daylight savings is as early as it is. I think it's, did it say February or March? It's like early in one of those 2 months. I think March. It's very early in the month. So, in the year, I feel like, too. Even though Trump's trying to get daylight savings time removed, I don't understand. I thought we were just going to go to daylight savings time. Boy, did I scratch the screen on this thing? Nope, it wiped off. Good. Okay, just smudges. I really should have gotten screen protectors for this thing. I never did. I have them on the Pocket, but I never put them on the Action cameras for some reason. That's all right. Yeah, for the first time since December 7th this morning, I had to pull my contacts out. Just over a month. Had my contacts in. I don't know if I'm going to pull out a new pair today, but man, I woke up. Well, I pulled them out last night because they were my eye was. When did I pull them out? Yeah, because when I woke up this morning, oh man, the amount of junk that came out of my eyes, nuts. But yeah, it was the left one this time that blurred up. So I'm like, I think we'll soak them. But it's probably a little over a month, considering they're a bi-weekly. I don't even think are the transitions bi-weeklies even. Yeah, they are. Yes, they are. They're bi-weekly. But these manufacturer suggestions are a joke. I mean, literally, I haven't pulled them out one time for over a month. They've been in my eyes, slept, everything. And it's another one of those money rackets. oh, it's not good for your eyes. Then the doctor looks at my eyes. Your eyes are really healthy. Not the last time. This was a couple times ago. He's like, how often do you pull your contacts out? I said, when they get blurry. You mean you throw them away when they get blurry? No, I take them out when they get blurry. And the battery is crashing on this thing. Wow. We're going to have to put a new battery in it for Priya's walk, I think. See how long she records. Battery's in orange. But he's taking me for a full lap. I'm kind of surprised. But, hey, you want to see the neighborhood, huh, buddy? He's like, I haven't been up here in a while. Oh, yeah. I don't even know if I mentioned it, but yeah, the husky guy, he moved out a while back. That's why we've been coming back up this side of the sidewalk and changing our laps. Look, because we used to cross over right here, go around the other way and avoid going in front of his apartment. Okay, she's at 29%, so this would be a good test. See if it makes both walks. I might just grab another battery just in case, but I don't have Tim's cage, so I have to pull it out of this cage to actually change batteries. But weight difference is substantial. So if someone makes like a lighter weight version, the nice thing, it would have a cold shoe mount and I can use the Joby right on that. I keep running across these different accessories for the Pocket 3. And the one was a light that snapped onto the back and locked in. The one was magnetic. The thing of it is, it gives you 3 spots for lights, but only gives you 1 light. And I can't seem to find the magnetic light separately. All right, we got a boom boom. That's good. Come on, leave Roy's yard alone, buddy. He's like, I gotta let him know I was in town, Dad. You mean? Yeah, normally I don't film up here, but the nice tenant that doesn't want me filming him, he apologized, so we're all good. But he's not home, so I'm not going to catch him on camera. So little man can be. Oh yeah. You know, it's been so long since I changed batteries in this thing, I don't even know if it's the original or which battery is actually in it. So, and which one's next. I think I might have kind of migrated through them all, if I remember correctly. I think the original might be in slot 2. And so maybe I need to put the third one in. That's why I labeled them, so I can eventually give them all use. I just don't know why this thing, I must not have left it plugged in and had to plug in the iPhone to send footage over. I never plugged it back in. That's the only thing I can think. And didn't use it yesterday, used the Pocket. So, sat there for a whole day with no use. That's the one nice thing though, I've noticed that these batteries don't seem to deplete without, you know, when you're not using them like the drones do. The drone battery is horrible with that. The newer ones might be a little bit better, but I know the Mavic 2, man, if you didn't fly that thing for a while, those batteries were at 50% next time you went to fly them, because they would sit there and slow drain themselves. Even if you charged them full, they still were never really that good with the Mavic 2 in my opinion. Jamie's batteries actually swelled up and he had to get them replaced. And DJI tried to fight with him that there was nothing wrong with them. He goes, they don't fit in the drone, they're swollen. Finally, they did replace them. So, it's a problem with these big companies sometimes. They don't want to own up to problems. Especially when those batteries, I think, were like 90 bucks a piece, something like that. We keep going back to it. Accessories, accessories, accessories. You know, you already spent, I mean, like part of this was accessories. The camera, $449. That's a pretty good chunk of change, but then when you have another $200 in accessories to set this up like I did, you know, you're just under 700 bucks with, and I still don't have a dedicated light and potentially a different cage for it so I can put the Joby light on it that I already own, so I'm not buying another light. You know, do I really need it? Limited case usage. If we were to go do the abandoned turnpike, yeah, but someone told me they closed the tunnels. I don't know if it's true or not. Someone said they shut the tunnels down now, because I know the one we went through, if you remember, was actually the roof was falling down, so it's very possible that you can't go through them anymore. Okay, changed the battery and somehow it decided to put it in night mode. That's interesting. I don't know how I did that, but we're good. We're back to normal profile. I'm pretty sure it was in the right mode to begin with. Boy, I don't know. I took the kickstand off of it for right now because really don't need it, and it doesn't fit in my pocket real well that way. But Princess's walk time, yay! Like, she doesn't need a jacket. She doesn't mind. Oh, wow. You really had to go pedal, didn't you, Priya? Priya had to go pedal? Yeah. All right, let's walkie, girl. Yeah, they both want to be out. They're definitely getting stir crazy with being cooped up in the house. But it's for their own safety. I mean, you gotta realize they're running barefoot. It's not good for them in the super cold. All right, well, the gloves do work on the watch as well. Now, this finger didn't seem to want to work. My thumb worked better. I'm not sure. But it was trying to say my walk was done because of me changing batteries and stuff, and I stopped moving. So gotta get my 56 minutes for another couple days, and then my challenge will be good for the month of January. A lot of them have been yoga. Not gonna lie. What are we sniffing, Pre? Huh? What are we sniffing? Am I going on this side? Am I going on this side? Oh, the crap box. Is that what you're sniffing? Every time she goes out on the patio, she has to stick her nose in the snow. And she comes up with a white nose. It's funny as hell. She was so cute yesterday though. I was laying on the floor, stretching. I missed the stretches, but I don't know if you can hear her grumping. She was giving me little growls and stuff. One thing you never learned how to do, Priya, is walk in a straight line. You have to walk zigzags. She says, I follow my nose. And sniffs go diagonal, Dad. You know what? If it's 34 degrees on Sunday, maybe we will do double run. I don't know if they're going to walk with us or not. Maybe part of it. Maybe plan out some shots and then put them in the car. And or maybe do the shots first, I don't know, when the car's still warm, and then go up and do some photos, because it's too challenging. I mean, I have that cable plus the carabiner to lock them, but still can't go too far from them when we do that. I think I mentioned this the other day too. One other issue I'm finding with both the cage and the newer case is you got to be very careful because your lenses are recessed back in. So when you're putting it in and out of your pocket like a normal case, you would like wipe the lenses off in your pocket. The lenses never get touched and you get a lot of pocket lint. And I think my main lens yesterday was totally just foobarred with lint and smudges and stuff. I had to pull it out of the case and clean that today because I noticed it when I was filming Priya yesterday. It was a little weird looking at one point when light hit it. So that was kind of cool though that the light changed. But Mateo's jacket was purple in a lot of those shots with the filter on the other day. So I gotta look at that. Now that is both the CPL and the ND filter like I have. I just prefer them because water shots is what it's mostly going to be used for. You're doing the same thing your brother did down here. You're just sniffing your brains out. It smell poop. I picked his up and he didn't poop down here, so we got another email because of winter time. People decide that, oh, it snowed, it won't matter. No, it does. Did your brother pee there? Yeah, I see yellow snow. Very possible because we were down here. All right, well, I did get the room completely set up, I think, for now. I'm trying the cages against the outer wall. I put that little, I want to say, I don't know if it's considered an ottoman, but that little footstool or whatever, I put that up underneath, and I have the basket as you walk in the bedroom, and the trash can. The trash can's about 4 inches above where the line of the projector hits, but it's it'll allow me not to stack stuff in front of the wall so that it's interrupting me watching stuff. Because when I'm watching like highlights and stuff, I can't see all of the stuff at the bottom of the screen for the scores and the time and the quarter and the downs and all that stuff. Because I never watch anything live. Got to have live TV to watch things live. What are you pulling me backward for there, young lady? I'm walking and all of a sudden I just get like an anchor. She's like, I was sniffing, Dad. Or were you pooping and I didn't know it? We better go back and check. I got to charge the light on this thing too. I don't know how it died. Plugged the remote in all night last night, and of course I was leaving it on standby mode. That is probably not the best thing to do with the remote, because it seems like it is already down to 0.25%. It's down to 25% right now on battery, and it was 100% this morning. So leaving the thing on standby, which then allows you to turn the camera back on, is problematic. But I didn't, of course, it wasn't outside, so it wasn't cold. I don't know. I'll throw it back on the charger here before I get ready for work, which is going to get pretty soon. I got to double check and make sure she didn't boom, because usually when she pulls back like that, it's because she's doing a potty. That's not yours. It's somebody else's. I don't see one. All right, let's go through the playground. Come on, Priya. She liked that idea. That was like one of the best you've ever crossed the road, Priya. She's like, I really want to go sniff my vet, Dad, but they're open. You can't. Tomorrow, maybe. Tomorrow afternoon, maybe, if it's decent. Doesn't look like we're going to get any snow. Well, one weather report says we could get, and then another report says no snow. Priya, where are you going? Priya, we're not going down. Come on. Ooh, we got to run and pass it. That was awesome. I'm happy I was on low angle for that. We get Priya height on these shots. You hear people? Yeah. Come on. Priya, come on. Come on. Priya. Priya. She's like, I'm sniffing. I don't want to stop it because if she runs again, I want to catch it. Come on, big girl. Priya. Yo. Oh, dumpster lid. A 10 hunt. Right there is the hunting status right there. Priya. Priya. I'm all the way over here, Bubby. What are you doing? They make some of the best screenshots. Yes, they do. Boy, if it's a clean night tonight, the reason I say that is I gotta test that zoom lens with the iPhone for the moon. What are you doing all the way over there, Priya? Priya, where are you going? Yeah, you can tell they've been cooped up. What you smelling? Boy, your nose just stops you dead in your tracks, doesn't it? It's like, there's been something here, Dad. All right, come on. No eats. No eats, Priya. Yeah, there's footprints down here, so some other dog was down. Oh, nope, definitely not me, because I got my boots on. And I think Mateo went around the other side. Come on. Let me get far away from him. I love seeing her run those ears. And I've seen other basset videos of mainly when they're loose on the beach and their ears are just flipping up beside it, like propellers. I always find it hilarious. Come on. I'm all the way over here, Priya. I'm all the way over here, Priya. I'm getting further away. Getting further away. I'm getting further away. Yeah, that was a trot. All right, we haven't been in this car in a hot minute. It hasn't moved, so it needs run. Oh, this one's full on gas. Good. Ugh. Oh God. That was not good on the transmission. It did not like that. Should have warmed it up a little bit more, maybe. All right, well, looking at the weather going forward, Terry keeps saying they're not saying anything about snow, but from 1 a.m. Saturday till about 7 a.m. Saturday, it looks like we're going to get hit, according to the radar right now. I mean, it's not supposed to be heavy snow. That seems to dissipate right before it gets to us. But part of western Pennsylvania, it looks like, might get some heavy snowfall. We'll have to wait and see. Oh yeah, I pulled out well, this was on the back of my chair. I had to pull out my Notre Dame Under Armour. Found this one up in Jersey Shore. That day we were looking for the thrift store up there. So put my contacts back in, that feels better. Everybody's moistened up now, cleaned up. Had a hell of a time grabbing a hold of the right one in the case. Finally got it. Oh, my back. Yeah, I do have my quarters with me so I can buy a drink since my bank account's like almost to zero. And I'm going to try to pull a trick tonight when I get home because gas card, the Goodyear card is actually due today. I'm going to attempt to try to make a payment on it like right at the end of the night. And hopefully it accepts it so it's not late. And then tomorrow morning when I advance my check, hopefully that goes in and I don't get an overdraw. That's my game plan. I don't know if it's going to work or not. I don't know if it's going to try to like pull it right away and decline it or what. But I don't want to be late on that card for the second month in a row. I really thought I had money in my account and should not have renewed Forza Motorsport. That's for sure. Well, not Motorsport, but Xbox Pass. Should not have bothered with that. Still wouldn't have, I don't think, enough for the minimum payment though, even if I didn't. Other little things keep creeping out. I don't know why Amazon Prime is continuing to come out of my card instead of coming out of the Amazon card. I gotta look at that, get that changed over, because I need to get some of these extra little charges done away with. Of course, they try to hit the one thing tries to hit the Apple card and it can't because that's got like like 54 cents on it. Yeah, it's hopefully when we go for taxes next month, I get good news, not bad news, since I had so much money pulled out of that 401. But I hope it's not just a break even. But I gotta wait for Walmart, unemployment, and then Aldi's to all send me my stuff. Hopefully it's all here by the 6th. Otherwise, it's going to be a real rough appointment. I am not digging out the Pocket right now. So front iPhone camera is what we're going to do for a good night clip. So it's weird driving this car. I walked out with the milk. I'm like, where's the car? Like, that doesn't... Who's parked in my spot? I'm not used to having this car. It is finally... Not going to talk about it. Oh, hey, my lights were off. That's awesome. It is finally time to go home, though, and I don't know what leftovers are left now. I knocked out the rest of the spaghetti and the rice and ground turkey. There was something else in there. Oh, the rest of the chicken casserole. So that'll be what I'm having. Alrighty, home, almost home safe, as long as I don't miss that turn. Alrighty guys, well thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Have a good night and stay safe, and I'll see you in the morning. Good night.